Hi, my name is Paco, and I'm managing partner at Derwen.AI. And I love espresso. I prefer drinking Southern Italian, Sicilian kind of dark roast espresso. And also I'm really particular. I really love making it in a mocha pot. So I have a few cups of those every day. I think one thing that I've learned about manufacturing is I would have gone into it and thought that there's a bunch of process data and like real-time sensors, and we have to have some streaming processes to understand all this. And it's like, yeah, there is that. You have to make sure that all the compressors are working properly. But the real problem is probably more on the finance side, because in finance, there's a lot of capital investment just to be able to get work started for one customer order. You get multiple factories fired up, you get all kinds of logistics, you have all kinds of vendors, shipments all over the place. And what I've learned is the real critical data is pretty much all in PDFs, because PDFs will have, for instance, patent applications from your competitors that you need to understand if it's going to get you in trouble, scientific documents that have to do with material science or chemistry or biology or whatever field you're in. Also, like environmental impact reports from your competitors will give you a leading idea of where they're firing up new facilities. Shipping manifests, like if you lose a bid, you don't know who you lost your sales to, but sooner or later, containers are going to start getting moved around Earth. And so the shipping manifests are like a kind of information for you to sort of triangulate and maybe do a win back. So there's a lot of these kind of things that are going on. Oh, also regulatory compliance and all that. This stuff is all in norms documents. This stuff is all in PDFs. And so the real problem is how, I don't know if you've ever worked with PDF parsers, any of those software libraries, PyPDF4 and, oh God, I can just go down the litany of it. But, PDFs are basically this monstrous mess where you basically have little boxes of text and graphics, and they're spread all over a page. And when you parse it, you basically have to go recursively with callbacks to figure out where the bounding box is and grab that little piece of text and put it together with another piece of text. And it's just so hideously hard to put back together that actually parsing an invoice is a hard problem if you have, invoices coming in from multiple companies. And the thing is, if we want to take action on our data, that's the really crucial data to work with, is what's locked in the PDFs. And building machine learning both to extract it and to verify about quality, because there can be real gotchas there, but then taking action on it. This is what I see over and over, and it's a hard problem whether you're in finance or manufacturing or biotech. And so that's why I'm really super interested in natural language and tools that really help with natural language, because, this is how we attack these kind of problems. And I think the applications there, from what we've seen, a lot of it are really more on the finance side, because at the end of the day, these projects, they take a lot of investment. Like I say, there's, a whole bunch of different vendors and a whole bunch of gotchas along the way. And if you aren't handling it well, you can lose a lot of money very quickly. So I think that rather than, listing the compressor sensors, we're probably trying to help the finance people do their job better, because that's where it lives or dies.
I was not expecting that at all. Of course, I was thinking, yeah, sensors, and you've got time series stuff you're probably doing, and you've got maybe some computer vision with some video that is on conveyor belts and the stuff coming out, making sure you're finding that, which I'm sure there's a lot of that too, but I didn't think about that at all.
Well, I mean, the way to really describe this is value chain analysis. If you look at a graph of, here's my sale to this customer. Now let's back up all the assets I had to use to get there and all the vendors I had to tap. And, oh, by the way, these critical vendors just got acquired by our competitor. That's a kind of value chain analysis. And that's where the machine learning really comes in, because it's inhuman to try to analyze this otherwise.